Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we're going to unbox and review the Eickmo, and that's E-I-C-K-M-O, so you pronounce it any way you want, 4K webcam. In particular, what we're looking for here is the cheapest 4K webcam we get. There are four big things to look for when you're looking for a webcam. Number one is the resolution. Are you looking for 1080p, which is probably all you need for 99% of things, or you're looking for the higher resolution of 4K. That's 4,000 dots or 4,000 pixels across the top of the screen. We wanted the 4K. The second thing to look for in a webcam is the sound. So in our case, we were looking for pretty good sound. This is 4 microphones along the bottom. That's probably way more than sufficient, and it has noise cancellation, which is a good thing. The third thing to look for in a webcam is if it has infrared, so it can be used for things like Windows Hello. This does not. This is just a straight normal webcam, so you can't use it for face recognition on most systems. And the fourth thing to look for in a webcam is style. So how large is it? Is it ugly? Does it have a privacy shutter? Just little things like that that you might care about. We don't particularly. We expect this is going to be quite large. Look at the size of this box. I mean, it's not trivial. Okay, let's go over a couple of things before we get to opening this up. Just a few statistics that you're probably going to be interested in. This is an 8 megapixel camera. You've got to be careful when you're buying these 4K cameras. Most of them are 2K cameras, as it were. What they are is just 1080p cameras, also just HD cameras that are upscaled. In other words, instead of having a lens and a CCD that can record at the full 4,000 pixels across, what's happening is it's a lower resolution, and they're using software to extrapolate the pixels that don't exist to make it up. They still work pretty well. I wouldn't be overly concerned with it, but we wanted to get the cheapest 4K webcam we could, really more for a test than anything. Also, this thing came in at $30 Canadian, so what, like 22 US? And yeah, so for 22 bucks US, why not get the 4K? This Eickmo 4K webcam has an 85-degree viewing angle. It also does come with a privacy shutter, so you can, turn it off when you don't want to use it, just by sliding a little slide. It comes with a tripod, and something you'd expect in a webcam, but is important to note, this is a 1x optical zoom. In other words, it doesn't have an optical zoom. The lens is not motorized. The lens does not move back and forth. It also has a 6-foot cable, which might make a difference to you. That's too long for us, but we're happy to have it. And it's compatible with Mac OS 10 and above, and pretty much all Windows devices. It's listed as 7 and above, but I'm sure it'll work with everything. So Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 12, I'm sure it'll work just fine with it. Plug and play, up it comes. And we'll test that in just a second. And it even works on Chrome OS and Android 9 and above. Like a lot of these Chinese products, it doesn't say the brand anywhere on it. So there's nothing useful on the box, but you can see the box because somebody always wants to see the box. And again, the key of this video is to find a webcam product that is actually 4K for as cheap as possible. So it comes with a manual, USB-C to what I'll just call classic USB, which is USB 3.1 adapter. Tripod, I don't care about it, but a tripod's always handy to have. And this actually, let's open this up. This actually seems a lot heavier and a lot more solid than I would have anticipated. Yeah, that's not a terrible one. Wow. Extends. Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid a penny for this, but I will keep that. That is handy to have. Little rubber, those are actually rubberized feet. Cool. So it won't move around. Anyway, I don't care about that. What I care about is this. Yeah, so it's definitely bigger than most. There's the privacy shutter on top. Slides back and forth. And there's your 6-foot cable. This, I think, folds down. Yeah. It can be screwed into the tripod if you want. And that is rubberized. So it's going to happily stick on anything. Yeah. Rotates. Cool. All right, so let's go off to Amazon because that's where we sourced this from. No, Amazon is not giving us anything for this. Neither is Eickmo or whatever their company name is. This is completely unsponsored video, so please give us a big thumbs up if you find this thing useful. So we just want to show you briefly, if you go look for 4K webcams, they're all over the place as far as price goes. So we just immediately go here, go to Prime. That weeds out a bunch of the long shippers and garbage stuff. Less than, say, 40 bucks. Let's go there. And you can see you still have a large variety of products. Now, there's a bunch of products that come up and say they're 4K that are actually 1080p. If they're not 8 megapixel, they're not 4K. Pretty much that simple. And this is the one we selected. It was the cheapest one we could find. All right, let's move on. Let's plug this thing in. So I will bring up Device Manager and let's watch this thing plug and play. It should show up right here. Anything interesting in here? No. All right, now let's go test this webcam. So we'll do a 4K online test. Webcam test doesn't do this, at least not easily, but this one does. This online mic test does work. So let's click on this and it'll give us a spec. Now normally what you have to do is click an approval up here. Let's see if I've done this before, so I'm not sure. Yeah. So normally you have to click approve up here. You can see here this is pulling in at 4K. And it is registering at 8 megapixels. And let's go to Microsoft's product. See what it tastes like there. Pretty good. Yeah, face tracking's good. Yeah. Let's record. We'll just go back and forth a little bit. Oh, yes. See how jerky this is. It's 30 frames per second, so, you know, that's not 60 frames per second. It won't be completely smooth. All right, let's stop and see what it looks like. We'll just go back and forth a little bit. Oh, yes. Yay! See how jerky this is. It's 30 frames per second, so, you know, that's not 60 frames per second. It won't be completely smooth. All right, let's stop and see what it looks like. And let's go back and take a picture. So you can see this took a 2560 by 1440 picture. This did not take a full 4K. All right, so let's go into settings and see what the settings are. So video, photo settings. Oh, that's why photo defaulted here to, yeah, to the lower resolution. Let's change that to a full 32. Well, yeah, that's close enough to 4K. Let's give it that. And you can see here that that's not a full 4K, but it's very close, and it's certainly close enough. So let's close that now. Let's go back, take another picture. All right, so let's take a look at this one. And this is, yeah, 3264. Yeah, there we go. Let's zoom that in. Yeah, it's pretty clear. It's a little pixelated, but yeah. I'm not confident that this is a full 4K camera. That being said, I probably don't care at this point. It's probably good enough for the price. Let's just finish this up with the review. So I think that this webcam, just from a quick test of it, is not a full 4K, but it's pretty good. It's certainly better than HD. And at $30 Canadian, so 22, 23 US, something like that, it's pretty happy. I'm quite confident that it will suit my needs. And while I was off camera, I tested the mics, and the mics are great. And the last thing we like about this camera is the tripod. We have absolutely no use for that tripod at this point, but it's a solid tripod. We're going to have a use for it in the future. We'll take it for free. So hey, if you found this video useful, please give us the big thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. It helps with the Google algorithms, and subscribe's also always appreciated. If you have any questions or concerns, you can get a hold of us directly at www.urtech.ca. That's www.urtech.ca. Or you can leave a question or a comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will, because on YouTube, everybody has an opinion. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.